Fortnite is a very popular video game, that's why, because many of you have asked for it, today we are going to show you how to make this kind of pinata. For the Fortnite Llama you will need the following materials: templates, cutter pencil, scissors and cardboards. It is a good idea to work with really good templates. There are many templates to download, but we have used these ones for the head, body and legs of the llama. The first thing to do is to print out the templates on a piece of paper and then replicate these one onto cardboard. During this first phase of this craft, we start by cutting all the pieces, starting with the head. It is really an easy thing to do. We have moved forward by cutting all the pieces in advance. At first it can be a bit tricky, but when you have all the pieces well ordered on the table, it is easier than what it looks. At the moment we are going to make the body of our llama. For the body, you will need either a foam cardboard cutter, glue gun and a ruler. To make the body, you will need 3 pieces. But before you glue them together, check that there are no pieces of cardboard sticking out. If that is the case, get them to the same level as the others. Once you have done it, fix them in place with lots of glue. Once you get those 2 pieces up, move them to the longest piece. Now we're going to line it with EVA foam. Remember that when you line anything, you need to cut the foam slightly bigger than the piece you are going to line. The good trick is to start gluing it from the center outwards. Do the same with the sides. You can use as much glue as you need. Cut off any excessive foam. Now with the help of a ruler, we make some horizontal marks along the side of the cardboard. These lines of 1 centimeter wide will be very useful when we glue the coloured ribbons later on. We are going to start with this light purple foam of 2 centimeters wide to simulate the typical fringes of the pinatas. You just have to cut them with the scissors. Now it is time for the fun part. It is time to glue them. We'll glue each strip on one side and then the other. You have to cover the whole perimeter and use as much glue as needed. We have used 3 different colours that we will alternate along the body of the llama. This part is done, now we can start with the next one. To do the head of the llama, we need to glue the shorter piece of the neck to the head itself. It is a good advice not to do anything else until it dries out. So now we glue the other piece and make sure both of them have the same size. If there is any excess, it is advisable to cut it off to the same level and shape as the other. Once you have done the head in 3D, it is time to cover the mouth of the llama with some EVA foam. two rectangular pieces of the same size, and glue one on the top and another one at the bottom. Now we are going to line underneath the mouth with another piece that we will cut to size. On the side of the cardboard, make similar parallel lines of 1 cm wide, but in this case only do it up to the height of the mouth because we are going to put the struts up to there. The rest will be done with long struts as we did before. Now to finish this part, we cut a long strip of either front to cover the head. Remember to make a line of fringes on the bottom before you glue them. Do not worry if the piece is larger than the other one, it is better that way, because you can cut it to size. Now you only need to fix the piece in place, and cut it out with the scissors if there is any excess left. What is left to do is to line both sides of our llama. Once again, replicate the original shape and cut it out. Before you glue them together, make sure they fit into the hole. Make a cut in the mouth as llamas have a longer lower lip. Remember to make the right mouth shape finally. When all the pieces fit perfectly, make the fringes at the bottom. Fix them together with glue, and do the same on the other side now that you have done the hardest part. There are only a few little things to do, such as the ears, mouth and muzzle. To do the muzzle, we are going to use a long strip of silver colour. It's the first strip around the neck. Do it this way and on the other side. It has to be a little shorter around the snout. Now to do the eyes, we have already cut them out from the templates. For the ears, we cut out the shapes in the cardboard and line them with either foam. Each ear is made out of pieces of cardboard. Now join them together with a long either foam. Once the shape is made, you can line both sides with 2 more pieces of either foam. The next step would be to glue them to the head. Now it is time to make the saddlebags. We add an extra piece to the bottom. It will be covered with black either foam. Also we will glue some decorative ribbons on the sides because this is where the tail will be placed. It is looking great. Let's do the saddlebags. These are the templates. First cut the grey one and then the white one onto the right foam colours. We will also cut these pieces of black either foam. We will glue them together like this and save them for later. Now let us make some blocks to these saddlebags. For this, use some modelling clay to make them. It is a lot of pieces, but I will guide you. First we will make these rectangular pieces that will form the lock body. By using the glue technique, we will make the lock loot. There for pieces, you will see how they will fit in. With some smaller pieces that will be the hinges, but we will draw them. Now make them shine with some metallic paint. Now it is time to make the most delicate part, which is the assembly of the pieces together. Stick everything very carefully to the saddlebag. Now to complete the final assembly of the saddlebags, we use this white rectangular pieces that we cut to size, and you only need to glue it to the body of the llama. Do not forget that each saddlebag glues to each side of the animal. To finish this craft, we need to do the animal legs. Follow the shape of the templates as it is indicated, and it will be very easy to make. Once you have the full legs, cover them with either foam. It is the same procedure as before. Cut the rectangular piece and glue the full sides of the legs. and if there is any excess, cut it. Once you have them done, remember to add an extra detail to the legs. Use either foam of different colour to simulate the hoof. Now you only have to assemble the legs one by one, and finally, you just have to make the tail. We have made the tails using long fine strips out of either foam. Drop a like if you have enjoyed this craft, and remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you in the next one.